Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, October 21st, 2016. And today, in our Tech News Update, we have AdDuplex. This is the company that, from time to time will share all sorts of interesting data on, browser usage and, devices. And they shared today the devices, Windows devices numbers. Now, I won't talk too long about the Windows Phone numbers because pretty much it's a standstill, not really much difference. One notable thing about the Windows Phone experience is that Windows Phone 10 or Windows 10 on the phone side has been pretty much stagnant and is at 14% of all Windows phones. The dominating Windows Phone is 8.1, the version of Windows 8.1, and pretty much staying static, not much happening there. What is interesting is one number about Windows 10 on the PC side. And on the Windows 10 on computers, AdDuplex noted that now 76.6% of all PCs have the anniversary update installed. So that's a nice increase. And now it seems that three-quarter of all of you guys and girls have the anniversary update. And if we look at the numbers, because also that number made me think about what people are saying, it seems that we aren't really hearing a lot about problems. From what I see in the anniversary update, it seems to be rolling out quite well in the way that Microsoft is sending it. And I mostly see people that have problems from the first wave of the anniversary update release in August 2nd, so in the 1-2 weeks that followed. Also, from what I see in the statistics, is that most of the people that have problems actually forced the update, did not wait for it to appear. So, there's something there maybe that kind of tells us don't force an update when it appears, wait for it. But it does also comfort me in saying that the anniversary update is actually rolling out quite well across devices. In some interesting numbers that are unfortunately a little sad, Microsoft earnings, and we're going to talk about that a little more in a little later in the bulletin. Microsoft Phone division is what really kind of took my attention here. In the earnings, Microsoft did say how much revenue the Windows Phone side gives them. And in 2 years ago, the Windows Phone side had given them $2.6 billion in a quarter in the revenue. And now, in this new numbers, the new numbers that Microsoft actually released, only $300 million now out of the Windows Phone side. So steep decline, and I think it shows that the Windows Phone is close to being dead. Interesting article about people and tests actually that have been done on the iPhone 7, and it seems that not all iPhone 7s are created equal. It seems that if you buy the iPhone 7 in the 32 gigabyte, you have less performance in many tests that have been done than if you buy the iPhone 7 on the 128 gigabytes. Reads, writes, sometimes up to 7 times slower actually are being seen across devices that are on the 32 gigabyte, as if Apple actually kind of, wants you to buy a more expensive phone and did something to this. Another thing that is interesting here is on connectivity. It seems that if you are using an iPhone, you have two types of connectivity chips. One is an Intel chip, one is a Qualcomm chip. And depending on the model number and where you live in the world, you've got one or the other. And it seems that in tests, if you have the Intel chip for the connectivity, it actually performs really bad compared to the Qualcomm chip. So interesting news, especially with devices that are so expensive. Apple, of course, has not replied or talked about this at all, but many benchmarks seem to show that the iPhone 7 32 gigabyte isn't really performing that well, basically. Microsoft's latest financial results were released in big numbers, because I'm not gonna talk about numbers, but I'm going to share the general idea. Windows Phone, we just talked about it, down. Windows for PCs and computers around the world, that's pretty much stable. No increase, but no drop either. It stays pretty much flat. Where Microsoft really shines, Office up, really, really good, steep upward, basically, of the Office products. Surface tablet, Surface Pro, Surface Book, up also. In the cloud, of course, up and really high. I mean, Azure stuff, 116% increase over a year. Amazing. Microsoft is really, really actually moving away from Windows and moving to cloud services. And in 10 years, that's going to be Microsoft cloud services, and pretty much maybe not that much of consumer products or services. Pretty interesting to see that since Satya Nadella came into office, Microsoft is really, really changing, and actually changing for the better. Well, a privacy group is at war against some ads online that actually seem to propose that they are YouTube videos, but in reality they are ads, and they are targeted at kids. And the privacy group says this isn't fair because it lures kids into deceptive videos that are basically ads, where, for example, kids will unbox products, where they will show kids actually, or even products like chips and candies and stuff like that. So a lot of these, the privacy group actually says, you know what, this is bad because it's actually telling our kids to have bad habits and so on, and they want this to stop. And among one company that was actually in the deceptive ads, apparently Disney was in there. So interesting. And everything is possible to try to get sales of products, eh? Well, in our last bit of news, an interesting news item, in that one I'm a little skeptical. Gartner, in a study, says by 2020, you will talk more to your phone and your PC than you will talk to your spouse. So, of course, they are looking at the trends, at the fact that now with the increased speed and the increased power of artificial intelligence, and all the assistants like Cortana and Google Assistant and Siri, and more are coming. It seems that people are talking more and more to their devices, and Gartner kind of says, well, we're going to talk more to our devices than our spouse. So that's interesting. I'm not really sure about that one, because I see tech enthusiasts and people that just want to have fun talk to their devices. But I gotta say, I don't really see many people talk to their devices. And I gotta say that I used Cortana for the fun of it, but I'm not using Cortana or talking to Cortana every day. It ain't really part of what I do with my computers and my devices. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that is the case. And of course, who knows? But that would be kind of sad, if you talk more to your computer than your spouse. That's not going in the right direction, I think. So this was the Tech News Update for Friday, October 21st, 2016. You enjoy our videos? Why not subscribe? You'll know when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos. And if you have any comments, questions about this, or maybe you have suggestions of videos, why not ask away, and we'll try to post these videos online. Thank you for following us.